I stare at my phone, reading the text message for the 10th time, each word burning deeper into my brain. The family cabin, my sanctuary, my inheritance, my future, gone. Just like that. Sold off to fund my sister's ridiculous fairy tale wedding. "You'll love what we're planning," Emily's message chirps at me, complete with dancing bride emojis. "Mom says the cabin money will make everything perfect. Can't wait to show you the venue." My fingers hover over the keyboard, trembling. The rage builds slowly, like acid eating through metal. Of course they didn't consult me. Of course Emily gets whatever she wants. Some things never change. I'm Clara, the responsible one, the steady one, the one who's supposed to understand when little sister needs something more than I do. Even if that something is my childhood refuge, the only place I've ever felt truly at peace. My phone buzzes again. Called in some favors at work, too. This wedding is going to be epic, maybe even TV-worthy. Wink. The coffee shop around me fades into background noise as memories flash through my mind. Dad teaching me to fish off the dock, Mom actually smiling at my high school graduation photos taken on the cabin's porch, endless summer nights watching stars reflect off the lake. All of it sacrificed for Emily's latest attention grab. "Everything okay?" Sam slides into the seat across from me, pushing a fresh latte my way. "You look like you're about to murder someone with your phone." "They're selling the cabin." The words come out flat, dead. "For Emily's wedding." Sam's eyes widen. "The cabin? Your cabin? The one your grandparents left specifically for?" "Yep, that one." I take a savage gulp of coffee, barely registering the burn. Apparently Emily needs a designer dress and 1,000 guests to validate her existence. "Have you talked to your parents about this?" I laugh, and it sounds hollow even to my ears. "What's the point? Mum's probably already signed the papers. You know how she gets when Emily starts crying about her dreams." Sam leans forward, her face serious. "Clara, you have to fight this. That cabin was meant for you. Your grandparents wanted..." What my grandparents wanted stopped mattering the day they died. I pull up Emily's Instagram, showing Sam the latest post, my sister posing in front of various luxury wedding venues, our mother beaming beside her. "Look at the hashtags." Sam squints. "Perfect Bride TV, reality wedding dreams. What is this?" The pieces click together in my mind, forming a picture so clear it takes my breath away. She's turning this into a show. My sister is selling our family heritage for a shot at D-list celebrity status. "You can't let them do this." "No," I say slowly, something dark and determined unfurling in my chest. "I can't, and I won't." My phone buzzes one more time. Emily again. "BTW, Mom wants you to help with the engagement party next month. Nothing major, just handle all the boring details so I can focus on the fun stuff. You're the best big sis ever." I stare at the message, feeling a smile spread across my face. It's not a nice smile. "You know what? I think I will help with the engagement party. In fact, I'm going to make it absolutely unforgettable." Sam studies my expression, concern crossing her features. "Clara, what are you thinking?" "I'm thinking it's time everyone saw the real Emily." I set my phone down carefully, precisely. "And I'm thinking that party will be the perfect place to start." The coffee shop bustles around us, oblivious to the plans forming in my mind. Let Emily have her reality TV dreams. I'll give her a show she'll never forget. The front door of my parents' house still has that same creak, like it's warning me to turn back. I push through anyway, my steps echoing in the marble foyer that Mom insisted on installing last year. The sound of excited chatter drifts from the kitchen, Emily's voice naturally, commanding all the attention. "We could do a destination segment. Wouldn't that be amazing for the show?" I round the corner to find exactly what I expected. Emily perched on a bar stool, Mom hanging on her every word, and Dad pretending to read his tablet while occasionally nodding. None of them noticed me at first. "The producers said they loved the whole family angle," Emily continues, waving her hands dramatically. "They think our dynamic is perfect for..." She spots me and freezes mid-sentence. The silence that follows is sharp enough to cut. Clara, Mom recovers first, smoothing her perfectly styled hair. We didn't expect you today. Clearly. I lean against the door frame, arms crossed. So, when were you planning to tell me about selling the cabin? Dad's tablet slips slightly in his hands. Emily suddenly finds her manicure fascinating. Only Mom maintains eye contact, her spine straightening like she's preparing for battle. Emily needs the money for her wedding, she says, as if that explains everything. It's going to be a very special event. Special enough to sell my inheritance? Our inheritance, Emily cuts in, voice sugary sweet. And I'd think you'd want to support my happiness. The cabin was meant for me. My voice doesn't shake, though my hands want to. Grandma and Grandpa specifically. That was years ago, Mom interrupts. Circumstances change. Emily has a real chance at something extraordinary here. You mean her reality TV scheme? Emily's face flushes. It's not a scheme. This could launch my entire career. What career? The words burst out before I can stop them. You've never finished anything you've started. Remember your fashion blog, your makeup line, your life coaching certification. That's enough. Mum's voice cuts like ice. Emily is following her dreams. Just because you chose to settle for a conventional life. Settle? I laugh, and it sounds like breaking glass. I built my life from nothing. No handouts, no parents selling family property to fund my latest whim. Dad finally looks up. Clara, please. We're just trying to support Emily. You're trying to support Emily, like always. I turn to my sister. Did you tell them about the contract yet? The one that gives the production company rights to film whatever they want, whenever they want? Emily's eyes widen. How did you... I have friends in entertainment law. I pull out my phone, bringing up the screenshots. Did you even read what you signed? They can film us without permission. Use our images however they want. Turn us into whatever characters they think will get ratings. Now wait a minute, Dad starts, but Mum talks over him. Emily knows what she's doing, and frankly, Clara, your jealousy is becoming tiresome. The word hits like a slap. Jealousy. Always their explanation for why I might object to anything involving their precious Emily. Fine. I straighten up, feeling something harden inside me. Sell the cabin. Turn our family into reality TV fodder. But don't expect me to play along. You have to. Emily jumps up, panic breaking through her perfect facade. The producers want the whole family dynamic. They're especially interested in our relationship. They said the sister angle is gold. And there it is. The real reason for all those sudden sister bonding invitations. The forced inclusion in wedding plans. So that's why you wanted me to help with the engagement party. The pieces click into place like a poison puzzle. You need me to make your show work. Emily's silence is answer enough. Clara, Dad tries again, maybe if we all just save it. I'm already heading for the door. You want family drama for your show, Emily? Keep pushing. You'll get exactly what you're asking for. Mom calls after me, but I'm already gone. The front doors creak, following me out like applause. In my car, I pull out my phone and make a call. Sam, remember that friend of yours who works in TV production? I need everything she can find about Perfect Bride TV. Every scandal, every lawsuit, every dirty secret they've tried to bury. It's time to give my sister the spotlight she's always wanted. Sam's friend Megan spreads the documents across my kitchen table like she's dealing cards in a high-stakes game. Each paper reveals another layer of Perfect Bride TV's toxic history. Lawsuits buried in settlements, contestants driven to breakdowns, families torn apart for ratings. They're vultures, Megan says, tapping a particularly damning report. They specifically target families with existing tensions. The more drama they can manufacture, the better. I pick up a non-disclosure agreement, and Emily signed this. Your sister signed everything they put in front of her. Megan's laugh is bitter. But here's the kicker, they're already filming. Have been for weeks. My coffee mug freezes halfway to my lips. What? Check your parents' house for hidden cameras. They love getting authentic family moments before the official production starts. The memory of our confrontation in the kitchen hits me like a punch. Had they captured that? Turned our private pain into entertainment? My phone buzzes. Emily's face lighting up the screen. I let it ring. There's more, Megan says, pulling out her tablet. Remember that makeup line Emily tried to launch? The one that failed spectacularly? What about it? Megan turns the screen toward me. It's a video of Emily, clearly filmed without her knowledge, having a meltdown in a warehouse full of unsold products. She's screaming at workers, throwing boxes, completely unhinged. They have this. My voice sounds strange, distant. They have everything. The show's producers dig deep. They'll use whatever they find to create the narrative they want. My phone buzzes again. This time it's a text from Dad. Please call your sister. She's upset about something. The cabin sale closes next week, Megan adds quietly. Once that money changes hands, it's game over. I stare at the scattered evidence of my sister's impending disaster. The righteous anger that's been driving me starts to crack, revealing something else underneath. Something that feels uncomfortably like fear. The doorbell rings. Through the window, I see Emily's car in my driveway. Hide these, I tell Megan, sweeping the documents into a folder. She disappears into my home office just as I open the door. Emily bursts in, mascara smeared, clutching her phone. They're going to ruin everything. Who is? The producers. They want to film at the cabin before it sells. Do some kind of goodbye ceremony thing. They said it would be perfect for the narrative, but... She stops, choking back what might be a sob. But what? I can't go back there. The words come out in a whisper. Not after... You know, I do know. The summer after Grandma died, when Emily had her first major breakdown. The cabin was where our parents sent her to rest, code for hiding her from their country club friends while she recovered. Then cancel the shoot. I can't. They'll pull the whole deal if I don't deliver the family drama they want. She looks at me, really looks at me for the first time in years. Clara, I need your help. The irony burns. Now you need my help. Please. You're the only one who knows what really happened that summer. If you could just what? Play along? Pretend everything's fine while they turn our worst moments into entertainment. You don't understand. This is my last chance to be something more than just... She stops, but I hear the unspoken words, more than just a failure. My phone buzzes again. Mom this time. Whatever your sister's asking, the answer is yes. Don't ruin this for her. I look at Emily. Really look at her. Behind the perfect makeup and designer clothes, I see something familiar. Desperation. The same desperation that used to drive her to the cabin, seeking escape. You're right, I say finally. I'll help you with the cabin shoot. The relief on her face makes what I'm about to do even harder. But first, I continue, let's talk about what these producers aren't telling you. I open my office door, where Megan waits with the evidence that will either save my sister or destroy us both. The lake stretches out before me, dark and still in the pre-dawn light. I've driven all night to reach the cabin, needing to see it one last time before everything changes. Emily's breakdown yesterday left me raw, exposed, but it's what I found after she left that truly shattered my certainty. Hidden in one of Megan's files was an email chain between Emily and the producers. They weren't just planning to film here, they wanted to burn it down. A dramatic season finale, they called it, the ultimate symbol of family destruction. My key still works in the lock. Inside, everything remains exactly as it was the last time I visited. Grandma's quilts folded over the couch, Grandpa's fishing poles mounted on the wall, decades of family photos scattered across every surface. A crunch of gravel outside makes me freeze. Headlights sweep across the windows, and I duck into the shadows. The door opens. I know you're in here, Clara. Dad. His flashlight beam cuts through the darkness, finding me in the corner. How did you know? Because you're exactly like your grandmother. He settles heavily into her old rocking chair. She used to come here at dawn too, when things got too heavy. Did you know about Emily's plans for the cabin? His silence tells me everything. You did. You knew they wanted to burn it down. Your mother thinks it would be symbolic. His voice cracks slightly. A fresh start for Emily. By destroying everything Grandma and Grandpa built. The rage rises again, but it's different now. Cleaner, sharper. What about their fresh start? They spent their lives building this place for us. Clara, no, you don't get to Clara me. Not after letting Mom and Emily treat this place like it's nothing but kindling for their reality TV bonfire. Dad stands, moving to the wall of photos. He touches one, me and Emily as kids, gap-toothed and sunburned, holding up a fish we'd caught together. Your sister isn't well, he says finally. The show, the wedding, it's all spinning out of control, but she won't listen to us anymore. So you're enabling her breakdown instead. We're trying to protect her. By destroying the one place that actually helped her recover last time. I move to stand beside him, pointing at another photo. Emily, after her first breakdown, thin and pale but smiling, the lake glittering behind her. She needs this place, Dad, even if she doesn't know it. His phone buzzes. Mom's name lights up the screen, but he doesn't answer. The producers are coming today, he says, to scout locations for the finale. My heart stops. Today? Your mother invited them. Emily doesn't know yet. He finally looks at me, really looks at me. I thought you should know. The pieces click together. Mum's sudden urgency about the sale, Emily's breakdown, the rushed filming schedule. They're going to do it before Emily can change her mind. What time? Noon. He heads for the door, then pauses. Clara, whatever you're planning, remember something. Emily isn't the only one who needed this place to heal. The door closes behind him, leaving me alone with the ghosts of better days. My phone buzzes. Sam sending screenshots from Perfect Bride TV's private production schedule. The cabin burning is already being promoted to advertisers as the most shocking finale in reality TV history. I trace my fingers over the photo of Emily by the lake. My little sister, who used to crawl into my bed during thunderstorms, who spent 3 months here putting herself back together while I kept the world at bay, who's now so lost in her desperate grab for fame that she can't see she's about to destroy her own sanctuary. The sun breaks over the lake, painting everything in shades of gold. In 6 hours, the producers will arrive with their cameras and their contracts and their matches. I pull out my phone and start making calls. If they want to film something burning today, it won't be this cabin. The production team swarms over the cabin like ants, their cameras and equipment turning our sanctuary into a stage set. I watch from my car, parked just out of sight, as Mum directs them with the same enthusiasm she used to reserve for her garden parties. The lighting here is perfect, the director says, gesturing toward the lakefront. We'll get the flames reflecting off the water. My phone vibrates. Sam's text reads, "Legal documents ready. Are you sure about this?" I type back, "Do it." Emily arrives in her Range Rover, stumbling slightly as she exits. Even from here, I can see she's been drinking. Mom rushes to steady her, shooting nervous glances at the cameras. "Where's Clara?" Emily's voice carries across the clearing. "She promised she'd help." "Probably sulking somewhere," Mom says, but her eyes scan the tree line. She knows me better than she pretends. I step out of my car just as the director starts blocking the scene. "Actually, I'm right here." The crew turns, cameras swiveling toward me like weapons. Emily's face cycles through relief, suspicion, and fear in rapid succession. Perfect timing. The director claps his hands. "We need some sister tension for the opening shot." "Oh, you'll get tension." I pull out my phone, opening my email. "But first, let's discuss the cease and desist order I just had served to your production company." The director's smile freezes. "The what?" "Legal notification." I step closer, letting my voice carry for the cameras they haven't turned off yet. This property is part of a protected trust. You can't film here, and you certainly can't burn it down. That's impossible, Mom interrupts. We have all the paperwork. Grandpa's will specified that the cabin couldn't be sold or destroyed without unanimous consent from all beneficiaries. I turn to Emily. Remember who helped you study contract law before you dropped out? I actually paid attention. Emily sways slightly, her carefully constructed facade cracking. You can't do this. I already have. I hold up my phone, showing the court order. The sale is blocked pending review. No filming, no burning, no reality TV circus. Cut the cameras, the director barks, but I shake my head. Keep them rolling. You wanted family drama? Here's your story. Daughter tries to burn down family heritage for Instagram fame. Gets stopped by evil sister. Should boost your ratings nicely. Clara, please, Emily's voice breaks. I need this. The show, the exposure. You need help, Emily. Real help, not cameras and contracts. Mom steps between us, her perfect mask slipping. How dare you embarrass your sister like this? After everything you've what, Mom? Given her, enabled her. Let her destroy herself for your vicarious fame fix. The director approaches, hands raised placatingly. Look, we can work something out. Maybe a different angle. The only angle here is the one showing you all trespassing on private property. I meet his gaze steadily. My lawyer's waiting for your call. He signals the crew, who begin packing up with practiced efficiency. Mom follows him, arguing in increasingly desperate tones. Emily just stands there, mascara tracking down her cheeks. Why are you doing this? She whispers when I pass her. I stop, remembering her first night at the cabin after her breakdown. How she'd sat on the dock until sunrise, finally letting herself breathe. Because someone has to. I touch her arm briefly. And because this place saved you once, it might need to again. The production team's vehicles pull away, leaving dust clouds and silence. Mom's already on her phone, probably calling Dad or their lawyer. Emily slides down to sit on the cabin steps, looking lost. My phone buzzes again. Sam. Court order confirmed. What now? I look at my sister. Really look at her. Past the designer clothes and careful makeup to the scared girl underneath, who used to build blanket forts with me in this very cabin. Now, I type back, we start fixing what's really broken. But as I watch Mom storming toward me, phone clutched like a weapon, I wonder if some things are too shattered to repair. The engagement party sparkles with fake smiles and champagne bubbles. I stand in the corner of our parents' oversized living room, watching Emily work the crowd like a professional, her perfect mask back in place. No trace remains of the broken girl from the cabin last week. My phone holds everything. The production company's predatory contracts, the hidden camera footage, Emily's meltdowns. One click could shatter this carefully constructed illusion. You're actually going through with this? Sam appears beside me, concern etched on her face. Clara, once you do this, they need to know the truth. My voice sounds hollow even to me. All of it. Dad catches my eye from across the room. He knows something's coming. I can see it in the way he keeps glancing between Emily and me, his hands fidgeting with his tie. Emily taps her glass, gathering everyone's attention. I just want to thank you all for coming to celebrate our special day, and especially my amazing family for making all my dreams come true. The crowd awes appropriately. Mom beams. I step forward. Speaking of dreams coming true, I say, my voice cutting through the murmurs. Why don't we show everyone exactly what those dreams look like? Emily freezes mid-smile. I pull out my tablet, connecting it to the room's massive TV screen. The first video starts playing. Emily screaming at production assistants, threatening to destroy their careers. Clara, don't, she starts, but the next clip is already rolling. Emily plotting with producers to manufacture family drama, laughing about exploiting our parents' favoritism for ratings. The room goes silent except for the damning evidence playing out on screen. Mom's champagne glass slips from her fingers, shattering on the marble floor. That's not... I didn't mean... Emily's voice cracks as her carefully constructed world crumbles. Tell them about the cabin, Emily. The words taste like poison. Tell them how you plan to burn down our grandparents' legacy for your season finale. The guests start whispering, phones coming out to record the meltdown. This isn't how I planned it, but something dark and satisfied unfurls in my chest as Emily's perfect facade crumbles. Then Dad steps forward, his face ashen. The cabin wasn't Emily's idea. The room spins slightly. What? It was mine. He pulls out a folder, hands shaking. I've been gambling again. The cabin. The reality show. It was all to cover my debts. Emily sways on her feet. Daddy? The producers approached me first, he continues, each word dropping like lead. They knew about my debts, offered to pay them if I could deliver a dramatic family story. Emily just played along to protect me. The satisfaction in my chest curdles into something awful. All this time, I thought I was exposing Emily's manipulation, when really... You used us, I whisper, both of us. Mom storms out, her heels clicking against marble like gunshots. The guests begin to leave, murmuring about family drama and scandal. Emily stands alone in the middle of the room, mascara tracking down her cheeks, looking younger than I've seen her in years. I tried to tell you, she says softly, that day at the cabin, but you were so sure you knew everything. The tablet feels heavy in my hands, weighted with evidence that now condemns the wrong person. I've spent weeks plotting my revenge against Emily, never suspecting that Dad was pulling all our strings. Clara, Sam touches my arm gently. Maybe we should go. But my feet won't move. The room spins with broken dreams and shattered assumptions. Emily's engagement party lies in ruins, but not the way I planned. Not like this. Dad reaches for me, but I step back. Don't. I never meant, he starts. To what? To destroy our family, to turn us against each other. My laugh sounds hysterical, even to my own ears. Congratulations, Dad. You got your dramatic finale after all. I turn and walk out, leaving behind the wreckage of my revenge. In trying to expose the truth, I've destroyed the last illusions holding our family together. And now there's nothing left but silence and broken glass. The cabin door creaks open before I can knock. Emily sits cross-legged on the floor, surrounded by old photo albums. 3 days after the engagement party disaster, and this is where I find her. I knew you'd come here eventually. She doesn't look up, just keeps turning pages. You always do when things fall apart. Rain drums against the windows, turning the lake into a blur of grey. I step inside, water dripping from my coat. Why didn't you tell me about Dad? Would you have believed me? She finally meets my eyes. Perfect Clara, always so sure she knows exactly who the villains are. The familiar anger rises, but something else rises with it. Doubt, sharp and unsettling. You could have stopped it. I move closer, watching her fingers trace our younger selves in the photos. The show, the cabin sale, all of it. Like you stopped yourself from humiliating me in front of everyone I know. Her laugh sounds like breaking glass. God, Clara, you were so focused on exposing me, you never once wondered why I was going along with it all. To protect Dad? The words taste bitter. The same Dad who was willing to burn down our grandparents' legacy. To protect all of us. She slams the album shut. The gambling debts aren't just his anymore. Mom took out loans to cover them. I signed contracts. We're all drowning. And you're standing there judging us from your perfect life, with your perfect job and your perfect... Perfect? I grab an album, flipping it open to a specific page. Look at this photo, Emily. Really look at it. It's us at the cabin, the summer after her breakdown. She's smiling at the camera while I stand behind her, shadows under my eyes, from months of keeping her secrets, protecting her from Mom's disappointment, Dad's weakness. You think I'm perfect because I clean up everyone else's messes? My voice cracks. Because I'm the responsible one who never needs help. At least they expect something from you. She stands, swaying slightly. All I've ever been is the family disaster. The one they have to rescue over and over and... So you decided to turn it into a TV show? I decided to take control of the narrative for once. She grabs another album, throws it across the room. Photos scatter like fallen leaves. If I'm going to be the family tragedy, I might as well get paid for it. The truth hits me then, watching my sister stand among the wreckage of our shared history. We're not so different, both of us trying to break free from the roles we've been assigned, both willing to burn it all down to prove something. Emily, Dad's voice makes us both jump. He stands in the doorway, soaked from the rain, looking older than I've ever seen him. That's enough. Is it? I step between them, because I think we're just getting to the truth. The truth? He moves inside, closing the door against the storm. The truth is I failed you both. I let your mother push Emily into being perfect, then blamed her when she couldn't be. I let you become the responsible one, then resented you for making me feel weak. So you decided to sell our memories to pay your debts. Emily's voice shakes. No. He pulls out a folder, different from the one at the party. I decided to sign the cabin over to both of you. Equal ownership, no sale allowed without mutual consent. I filed the paperwork this morning. The silence stretches, broken only by rain and breathing. Why now? I ask. Because watching you two destroy each other made me realize. I did this. I turned you against each other, trying to fix my own mistakes. He sets the folder down among the scattered photos. The cabin was meant to be your sanctuary, not your battlefield. Emily picks up a fallen photo. The four of us on the dock, back when smiles came easier. What do we do now? She whispers. I look at the mess we've made. Broken relationships, scattered memories, years of resentment. But underneath it all, something else remains. Foundation stones laid by grandparents who believed in second chances. We rebuild, I say finally. But this time, we do it together. The rain continues falling, washing away old sins, while inside the cabin, 3 broken people stand among scattered photographs, facing the harder task of putting a family back together. The autumn wind carries wood smoke and memories across the lake. I watch Emily on the dock, her feet dangling in the water, looking more like herself than she has in years. No makeup, no cameras, no pretense. Mom stands in the cabin doorway, hesitating. She's brought food, her first visit since everything fell apart. I didn't know if you'd want me here. Neither did we. I take the casserole dish from her hands, but here we are. Inside, Dad's already at work, replacing rotted boards in the living room floor. The sound of his hammer fills the silence between us all. It's not forgiveness, not yet, but it's something. Emily comes in, water dripping from her bare feet. The dock needs work too. Add it to the list. I gesture to the notebook where we've been cataloguing everything that needs fixing. Some repairs are obvious. Loose shingles, cracked windows. Others run deeper. Mom picks up the notebook, her fingers trembling slightly. I could help. With the repairs, I mean. Why? Emily's voice is soft but steady. So you can tell us how we're doing it wrong? No. Mom sets the notebook down carefully. So I can learn to do things differently. The hammer stops. Dad appears in the doorway, sawdust in his hair. We all stand there, 4 broken people in a broken cabin, trying to find our way back to something real. I found these, Dad says, pulling something from his pocket. Old keys on a faded ribbon. Your grandmother's spare set. She always said a home needs more than one key. Emily takes them, metal clicking against metal. 1 for each of us. If you want them. He looks at me. The cabin's yours now, both of yours. But maybe we could help rebuild it, together. I think about revenge, how it burned through me like wildfire, leaving nothing but ashes and regret. But from ashes, new things grow. There are conditions, I say. No more secrets, no more playing favorites. And we all get therapy, separately and together. Already started, Emily says quietly. 3 sessions in. Mom's eyes widen in surprise, then understanding. It's the first decision Emily's made for herself in years. The foundation's still good, Dad says, looking around at the cabin walls. Your grandfather built it to last. Everything else we can fix. Not everything, I counter, thinking of trust shattered, like the champagne glass at the engagement party. Some things will never be the same. Maybe they shouldn't be. Emily moves to the window, watching the lake. Maybe we need to build something new instead. Mom picks up a hammer, awkward in her manicured hands. Show me where to start. We work until sunset, clearing debris, marking repairs, learning the language of reconstruction. It's not perfect. Mom still criticizes, Dad still retreats, Emily still deflects. But now we catch ourselves. Correct course, try again. As the others head inside, I stay on the porch, watching darkness settle over the lake. Sam's text lights up my phone. How's the family therapy going? Before I can respond, Emily joins me, offering a cup of coffee. Remember when we used to sneak out here at night, watch the stars, and make up stories about our future perfect lives? God, we were idiots. She laughs but gently. Think we'll ever figure it out? Through the window, I can see Mom attempting to cook in the ancient kitchen, Dad actually talking instead of hiding behind his tablet. All of us learning to exist in this new reality we've created. Maybe that's not the point, I say finally. Maybe it's not about figuring it out. Maybe it's just about keeping the foundation strong enough to handle whatever comes next. Emily nods, understanding. We sit in comfortable silence, drinking coffee that tastes like childhood and second chances, while inside our imperfect family begins the slow work of rebuilding. I never got my revenge, but watching the stars emerge over the lake, I realize I got something better. The truth. Not just about them, but about myself. And maybe that's where healing really begins.